Hey guys, it's Heather and I am here to talk about macros today. I have a few friends who have asked me to just go into depth about macros so they could possibly figure out their own. I know that there's equations online and it's based on your sex, whether you're male or female, how active you are in the gym, let's see what else, your age, your weight, and your height. Possibly. It's been a while since I've used that because when I first got into bodybuilding, I was always into fitness, but I didn't know about macros, so I did use that equation to get a good idea. And it's pretty good, I guess, if you're going off of, you know, because it does your height, your weight, your activity level, and everything. But the one thing that it does not factor in is how many calories you eat a day. So it can tell you what you should be eating or what your metabolism should be working at, I guess, but it's not necessarily accurate. And what I mean by that is the best thing that you should do, if you have MyFitnessPal or Sparks People or any kind of app where you can log your food, I would recommend logging your food for at least 10 days. If you don't have a lot of time, you can do a week, but 10 days to 2 weeks, log your food, every single thing that you eat. Don't try to eat better. Try to eat as close to what you normally would eat, even though you know you're logging it, so you're going to be a little bit more aware of what you're eating. You might feel guilty, whatever, but it's better just to like stay true to what you normally eat and log it all. And then at the end of those 2 weeks, you can look at, you know, your averages of your carbs, your fats, and your protein. You can look at fiber as well. And then sodium. I really don't look at sodium too much until I'm like 2 weeks out from a show. That's literally maybe even the last week. But I don't restrict my sodium at all. When you're really active, you sweat a lot, you need electrolytes. Whatever your body's used to in sodium is, you know, as long as you don't have high blood pressure issues, which my blood pressure is actually pretty low, and I was eating like 4,000 milligrams of sodium right before stage, but whatever, that's something else. But don't like drastically cut your sodium, or because that can mess with, you know, the way that your cells process nutrients and your sodium potassium pumps and everything. So that's a whole nother thing. You can monitor sodium though. You can monitor fiber, and then the main things are fat, carbs, and protein. So look at your fat, carbs, and protein for every single day, and then add them up, average them out, and then you have an average. So from there, you can start logging, and I brought the beginning of a log for me, but what I do is, okay, so on this specific day, I could actually, let me just pick a day that's actually full. For a while, I was eating, like, for prep, a lot of the times I like to prep the exact same meal, at least 4 out of the 6 meals, so it's so much easier. I just prep the same thing. It's a lot easier on me. You know, on the weekends I'm a little bit more flexible. On this journal I don't actually have a full thing, but I'll just show you. Geez, I don't even know, you can't see this. I'll just tell you what it says. At the very top I have my fats, my carbs, and my proteins. So in this day it's 60 grams of fat a day, 260 grams of carbs, and 170 grams of protein. Now, this was coming right out of a show, so I'm going to be back dieting, slowly trying to increase the protein, increase every one of these macronutrients so that my metabolism can, you know, burn a little bit faster, can maintain my body weight with higher calories, because that's the whole point of back dieting. So what I did was I divided these macros into 6 meals. So I have the amount that each meal needs to be. So 10 fat, 43 carbs, 28 protein. I did this a lot. I tried this year as opposed to last year. I actually kept fats completely away from a workout, and I increased my carbs to 50% before and or it was 25% before my workout, 25 after my workout, and then I distributed the rest throughout the day. In this case, I'm dividing it equally. Honestly, I did not see much of a difference in my prep at all with restricting Like with, I felt just as strong actually. The whole idea between putting the carbs around your workout at a higher concentration is so you have more glycogen in your muscle and you have more strength, especially when you start dieting down further and your carbs do get cut a little bit. If you put your carbs around your workout, then you can remain strong for weightlifting sessions, and then you can restrict your carbs in some of your other meals. But this year I just I split it up evenly, and I didn't lose. I think I lost 5 pounds on upper body in strength, and then in my squats I think I lost like 15 pounds. But whatever, like I got it back a week or two after my show once I started eating carbs again. So my overall strength didn't really go down, even though I didn't keep carbs around there. So I like doing it both ways. I didn't seem to gain more fat by having the fat around my workout. I do cognitively try to keep it away though. I'm not going to eat a bunch of peanut butter before I go work out, because your body's like a sponge around your workout, so it's better to have carbs and protein around there. But so that's what I do with logging. So what you want to do is where I left off, you had your numbers that you averaged. You're going to start logging it. Weigh yourself and monitor your weight. See if your body changes at all. If you gain 5 pounds instantly, then okay, maybe we need to readjust these numbers and we need to lower the carbs by 10 grams. Then do it for another week. In a couple days your body might jump a little bit. I wouldn't freak out about it. But do it for another week. If your body maintains and stays consistently the same weight, then maybe you can start to reverse again if that's what your goal is. Start to add in 5 grams of carbs, maybe 1 gram of fat like every other week. And then you just slowly, literally like grams. So for 1 gram of fat you have 9 calories, and then for 1 gram of carbs and protein you have 4 calories. So I know it's only 4 calories, so if you add in 5 grams then you have 20 calories right there. It seems crazy, but some people their bodies will catch on and just speed up their metabolism and it won't even phase them. Other people, a 50 calorie jump could make them gain weight. So it's good just to take your time and back diet. If you find that when you do find your macros and your carbs are kind of low, I wouldn't recommend dieting or starting to cut those numbers, because honestly, like, you need to do the work in the off season. Get your calories up, get your carbs up while you're maintaining body weight. You could put on a little bit of weight. Like, you shouldn't be stage weight year round. I'm probably 15 pounds over stage weight. But you want to get those calories up so that you have something to cut from, so you're not starving going into a show. You're still eating carbs, you're still eating fats, you're still eating, proteins. You're not sub 1,200 calories. By the way, below 1,000 calories is considered anorexia. I would not recommend ever going below 1,200. Thank God, I think the lowest I got was right under 1,500 this year, and that was a 6-month diet. So hopefully this year I could get my calories even higher so that I'm still eating an abundance of food when I'm cutting for a show. So, I mean, that's the best way to find your macros. And then, a coach isn't going to know your exact macros either. Like, they'll give you a number, you work with it, you have to give them feedback. How is your body doing? Are you gaining weight? Are you losing weight? Then if you're losing weight, you can add in calories if you're back dieting. You can even add calories and lose weight, because your metabolism could have been so dead that adding calories brought it back to life, because calories are what make your metabolism burn. So if you go too long on a low calorie diet, your metabolism, it's crashing. So that's why they call it crash dieting. I mean, even when I dieted for 6 months, I was slowly, to cut fat, I was slowly crashing my metabolism. Thank God I had more calories than an average person going on to stage, but you really have to do the work after a show to get those calories back and get your metabolism back. And unfortunately, I had Thanksgiving right after my show, so it's still, my metabolism's not where it was before I started cutting last year. So it's work behind the scenes, you know. It's not just like the limelight. You have to do all the back dieting, and I like it. It's fun. You know, you look forward to both seasons, cutting and gaining. So I think that's it. If you guys have any questions, please comment below. And you know, I feel pretty knowledgeable on the subject. I've had a few years and some really great coaches and friends who, you know, really know what they're talking about, and it's good. I'm so lucky to have met people so early rather than, you know, the bro science people and the people who, you know, eliminate water and carbs and do the unhealthy things. I'm not about that. So until next time, guys, I will see you soon. Bye bye.